As we launched this Anticipate campaign a year and a half ago, no one could expect or know what God was going to do in this world. But as a church, we entered into what God was doing each and every day, trying to figure out how to best serve this community and to serve you. In our theme verse for this Anticipate campaign, we said we will look to the Lord and we will wait for the God of our salvation, Micah 7:7. And so that's what we try to do each and every day, and to enter into God's work. I'm really excited to participate in this campaign with all of you. I'm really excited to participate in what God is doing in this congregation and in this city and in this community at large. Will you join me in participating in the Anticipate campaign and enter into what God is doing in this world?
Love the service, love the diversity, we love the warmth and the love we feel from the other members of the church. The service is awesome.
The fellowship that we get here. I love that Tracy really preaches the word and the gospel plain and true and clearly.
I've always liked the small churches. It's a small community. You get to know people. You get to know people more intimately than a large church. You feel like you're part of a community. You're here, you're known, you're cared for, and the love that the church has for one another.
I love the way Tracy preaches the word. It doesn't change because of the world today. He preaches the word.
Christ Presbyterian Church is a Bible teaching and Bible believing church. Therefore, I am 100% behind the preaching and the teachings here.
CPC has given me a spiritual home, so a place to really feel like I am supported, like I belong.
It gives us a family away from our family back at home, and so it's just great. We love the people. We love just spending time with everyone here and everyone in their brokenness, trying to figure all this out.
I love the teaching at CPC. I also just really enjoy the people. I do believe everyone can find a place at CPC.
I love the fact that it feels like a big family.
And from the first time that I came in, it just felt very warm and welcoming. Like it just kind of feels like it's almost like a blanket, you know, and the people are what make it that way.
During the pandemic, we were caring for Gail's mom, and of course it was just great to be able to allow her to watch the broadcast, be able to participate somewhat within the church services. So I just thought that was fantastic.
I also enjoyed the fact that we could do communion at home by Zoom and that we weren't excluded.
Thought it was really beneficial for me, just that we were able to be led through communion every month through that whole year of COVID.
The prayers and the contact from pastor and the members, that's all this came to that time.
And the session was calling every member of the church weekly. By being involved, even though on the phone and through Zoom, we were still involved as a community.
Us being on the worship team, the consistency of continuing worship was actually a really good thing for us. So we weren't confined to our homes. And so we were very fortunate to be able to, at the very beginning, to still come here on a weekly basis.
We did small group Bible studies, and that was a great way to have fellowship despite being sort of isolated.
I had a baby, so just getting calls from the church members and continuous prayers for me, that definitely helped me through it. And then being able to worship with everyone via Zoom or Facebook Live, I think that really helped keep us together and keep us worshiping together.
For me, like having some at least sense of community was really helpful, to have some people that you could talk to. You know, even at the very beginning when we started doing the streaming, being on Facebook and being able to say hi to people, and it was different, but at least it was some connection, because I think all of us were, you know, yearning for some sort of connection.
People have called and reached out. I've gotten many different voicemails and people checking in, you know, just to see how I was doing during the lockdown. I participate in the campaign because I believe in our ministry at CPC, and I want to continue that and further that by fixing up our building where it needs to be fixed and supporting it financially.
God has been faithful to us in all the time that we've been here with our finances. So it's just a joy to be able to give back.
think it's just exciting to see what God can do in this space that does need a lot of updates, but I think it's just a way for all of us to think about how we can glorify God.
I think it's important that myself, Jake, and our church family and others, come together to make sure that we're preserving the house of the Lord, where we are privileged to be able to gather together and worship. And so that's why I'm participating.
As we have a growing family, there's a lot more growing families coming to the church. So having the space grow with the needs of the community, but also, that same warm, welcoming environment that I felt, opening it up so more people can feel that.
We are trying to expose the unexposed people to the gospel of Jesus. So we're planting seed, and for the people who are here, we're actually nourishing, watering, and fertilizing plants so that they're growing in Christ. We need a facility that not only would house people, but would go on and accommodate the community outside of our church, and as well as take care of our church members.
I feel it's an act of worship towards God also. And putting God first and putting others first. It helps grow disciples, and it shows others that they can feel tangible and meaningful after it is done.
So God has blessed this congregation. Why wouldn't you want to be involved with what God is doing here? It's not us. It's not that we're a special church. It's just God is doing special things through us. And I want to participate, see what God has in store. I look back and see what this congregation has done since 1959. I'm part of a legacy, and whatever we do now is going to carry on to future generations, to the millennial and the Gen Xers and Gen Zers and whatever generation comes after us.